I am going to a wedding this Saturday, which happens to be the first day of Pell.
Yep.
And we were just talking about weddings, so I wanted to ask you what your favorite and your least favorite part about weddings are. To attend as a guest, not as a groom.
To attend as a guest. Am I a part of the wedding party?
Ooh. I would say no, just a guest.
Frankly, I like being a part of the wedding party more than just being a guest.
Well,
really?
Some people can't answer that question, so.
Oh, well, being part of the wedding party gives you an objective.
You've never been part of a wedding party?
Really?
Oh.
None of my friends have gotten married.
Oh,
really?
so it's coming for you.
Actually, one of my friends did get married, but she eloped. I went to her bachelorette party.
Yeah.
But she didn't have a wedding ceremony, so.
Gotcha.
I technically was kind of in her wedding, I guess, if her wedding was a thing.
I was in weddings. I don't remember how many, but I was in lots of weddings. That was eras and eras ago.
Yeah.
I don't remember if I liked being in it or not.
Jake's cousin has been in 9 weddings, and he's been the best man in 7 of them.
Yeah.
I want to meet that guy.
The best man in my wedding was the
crazy?
best. Isn't that the best man in my wedding was the best man in 7 other weddings.
That's
it's
wild.
How do you be that? How are you that close with that many people? I can understand being the best man in 2 weddings.
Crazy.
How are you that close with that many people?
And I fought it for
you
months.
Didn't
I'm I don't want to be that guy.
Yeah.
It's a lot of responsibility, man.
Yeah.
Nobody asking him, but I'm he just was. He was my guy. He was the easiest guy to be around.
Yeah.
Who was it?
Craig Lair is his name.
Shout out to Craig.
What's up, Craig?
Craiger.
I've been the best man one time. I think I've been in 5 weddings.
Who are you the best man for?
My friend James. Yeah, up in where were we? Donnelly, Minnesota.
Did you have to give a speech?
I did, and I
Did
cried
you crush
through.
it?
Oh, I cried through the entire thing. My hands were shaking. I tried to, read my notes, but it didn't come out
But
right.
your notes were sopping wet, full of your tears.
Honestly, yeah, that's kind of how.
I've been
it
waiting
went.
for these answers from Peter, and
That what my favorite part is being in a wedding.
That's good.
My favorite part of
being in the wedding. That's
is being
fun.
in the wedding. My least favorite part is the dancing because I'm not a dancer.
But you don't have to be a dancer. You just have to dance.
But I don't want to dance.
So I made a rule for my wedding that's coming up not soon, sometime in the future.
Wait, what?
Not engaged.
All right.
But I'm just saying, my rule is that if I am the bride, wait, that sounded weird. I will be the bride.
You'll be the bride. Fully.
I will not, because I hate they make the bride and groom go around and talk to everybody and not dance the whole night. If people want to talk to me, they got to come out to the dance floor.
Dance floor. Okay.
Well, you are the bride. You get to dictate
do whatever. You
everything.
get to do whatever you
I
want.
love wedding
Your
dance
day.
floors.
Yep. You get to order Peter to put all this crap in his car and drive it. That happens to me at every wedding.
Oh.
At the end.
You're the crap driver?
Laura just volunteers. Oh, Peter has his car. And all of a sudden, my car
hauling
is just
stuff.
full of flowers.
Maybe this is why you hate weddings, because you're
Yours is the
doing chores.
Yours is the dancing and being in weddings. My least favorite part. Least favorite part of weddings is
being invited.
I will
usually missing something because I had to go to this wedding. Usually.
Oh my God.
I'm
It's probably
missing-
hockey.
Yeah, maybe. Nah, not necessarily that, but just
The hockey tournaments you could have been at.
Yeah, no. But my favorite part,
Darn.
it's kind of a least favorite part at the same time. My favorite part about weddings is when my wife taps me on the shoulder
Oh
and
my
says,
God.
"Do you want to go?"
It's time
and
to
I'm
go.
like, "Yes, I want
Yes,
to go."
I do.
My least favorite part of weddings is when there's an awkward speech or like
That's actually my favorite part.
it's like a mix.
That's my favorite part is the speeches. I will have to say that.
Oh,
is
I
my favorite
love
part.
it. I love
because
wedding
there's
speeches.
some are so brutal. It's fun to just sit back and cackle inside. Like, oh my gosh, this is so bad.
I had an officiant at a wedding that I went to that literally, it was like the worst. Like, it went on. It was
Oh, my
like 30
gosh.
minutes long, and he was talking about himself
Loves his
the
voice.
whole time.
Loves his voice.
He's talking about like
yeah.
himself and his friends, and then he was talking about his friend that passed away, and he played an
Oh, my
entire
gosh.
song for his friend that passed away that had nothing to do with the bride and groom.
Weddings are such an odd event where so many people are competing for the attention that is supposed to be placed on exactly two freaking people.
Yeah.
And it's not just attendance or officiants, it's family members.
It's like
some
moms
family members
and
will
family
make
members,
it all
uncles and-
about
yep.
them.
Your generation
Stories.
and these, bachelorette.
Your generation.
Well, we never went to.
I will never. I have
We
never.
never went on a destination for the bachelor or bachelorette
no
party
comment.
back. in the
That
day.
is. That is.
You went to like Mexico.
I just
That
got
is
back.
not something that you should clarify. It's not the whole generation.
Okay.
I hate that.
Yeah.
you
No,
know-
I'm not saying. I'm saying your generation in general, not you two.
You know,
Yeah.
I'm saying in general. Like,
I will
What
s-
is going on, people?
I will
That's way
say
too
I
much.
was honored to be invited. I had a nice time in Mexico. I just got back from a bachelor party in Chicago.
Why are all of your bachelor
why?
parties you go to in different locations?
I don't
Yeah,
know.
this is my point.
my bachelor
he
party-
can't even deny it. He's like, "Yep."
They
My-
force you to
It's
pay
a
for
waste
it.
of money.
My bachelor
Total
party
waste
was
of
a
money.
St. Paul Saints game, and then we had dinner in downtown St. Paul, and then we all went home.
Perfect. Absolutely.
My
You're done.
friend's bachelorette party
Perfect.
I went to was in Wisconsin Dells. It was a cabin that was
Okay.
literally like $100 per person. It was like
That's close.
we
It's
all
close-ish.
we all split Costco food. Like we went on a grocery store trip and split the price of Costco food for like the weekend, like pizzas and stuff
Cheap.
like that.
Yeah.
I'm like, do your wedding party like that. It was like the most fun weekend I've ever had. It was
I
so
did.
fun.
We didn't buy groceries at all in Chicago, which I did appreciate because it feels like the first people that get there think to themselves, "Okay, we got to get groceries. We have to get eggs. We have to get pancakes. We have to get stuff for breakfast, lunch." And then at the end, you're stuck with 15 pounds of food that nobody wants to
ate.
take back.
Yeah, agree.
Are you
So,
with a bunch of men that never grocery shop?
Do you know what was in the fridge on this bachelor party? There were 4 different types of beer. I think there might have been a bottle of hot sauce and then a leftover hot dog. That was about it.
Yeah, well, the grocery shopping we did was like there's nothing left at the end. We shopped for specific meals, not just random stuff.
I also try to avoid cooking on bachelor or
This
bachelor.
is fun to listen to you guys just sit back and.
What
I
did you do
just-
for your bachelor party?
I just feel like
Did you go to a Gopher football game? And
Nope. We went and played 2 nice golf courses. It was all of my brothers, all of my friends from college, and all my friends from high school.
that sounds huge.
It was probably 36 people, something like that. We had 2 gigantic cabins, 2
36
gigantic
people.
cabins.
Gosh.
It was a free-for-all of golf and booze and fun. It was a good time.
All right.
Wow.
I got to know my brothers on a completely different level that
Why?
weekend. Because it's not like I partied with them.
After
ever.
a dozen Bud Lights, everybody
No,
starts telling
we
stories.
were all kind of just. My dad was there. It was incredible. So when your dad is at a bachelor, that was kind of by design. Then there was no shenanigans. Like everybody
Oh,
was kind of
yeah.
on. All my friends, they're all on their best behavior. It was great.
Yeah.
My brother-in-law was there too. Like it was like my whole family.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It was incredible. It was incredible.
We did get to play golf
36
in
people.
Mexico. That was fun.
Yeah, it was incredible. I had a great time.
Should recreate that.
You need to stay up out the streets if you can't take the heat. You need to stay up out the streets if you can't take the heat. Cause it get cold like Minnesota. Cold like Minnesota.
I still can't believe you had 36 people at your bachelor
It was
party. That's
incredible.
amazing. I suppose that's a testament to you, though,
Why?
because you had so many friends.
Oh
There's
yeah,
no
it's
way
cool.
I
My-
could invite 36
My
people.
high
don't
school
think-
friends were just had it was a blast. It
I don't
was a
think we had-
total blast.
I don't think we had 36 at our wedding.
I think I have like
36
4
people.
friends. Like 36 would be a little bit
it was.
hard. To,
Well, I have 3 brothers, a brother-in-law, dad. That's 5.
I
It was like
guess-
these little pods.
The brothers do change things.
yeah.
It was incredible. It was so fun.
Gives you a lot of built-in friends.
Brothers also change dynamics of wedding parties too, because how do you have your brother in the
You
wedding party,
couldn't-
but they're not your best man?
couldn't- Yeah, like for me with
Awkward.
3 brothers and a brother-in-law, it was impossible.
That's why I don't like best man maid of honor things, because it's like, okay, I have one sister. Am I supposed to not have her as my maid of honor? That just looks mean.
You should have your mom
My
as
sister
your
would
maid of
hate
honor.
being a maid of honor.
Yes. Yeah, that would be funny.
Have my mom.
Yeah, you should have your mom do it.
All right, let's talk about some hockey here on Youth Hockey Hub. Not
Wait,
Youth
what?
Let's
Wedding
just keep
Hub.
talking about weddings.
Youth Wedding
Youth
Hub.
the wedding hub.
Youth
That's-
wedding
Youth
hub.
Wedding Hub.
You know who will appreciate this episode though? Greg Tinty,
Why?
because he used to be a wedding
Videographer.
videographer.
And he
Videographer.
hated it. He
By the
hated it.
end, yeah.
Did he really?
Yeah, I begged him once as a I was kind of joking, but I was like, come on, Greg, you got to do my wedding. And he's like, no, I will never do a wedding again.
Oh, he's doing my kid's wedding. Just kidding.
I was
should
going to
probably
say,
tell him
the
that.
funny thing is I did not believe you for 1 second.
No.
Because the hatred that
I
seeped
don't-
out of him.
I see these like
Seep.
these wedding photos and these engagement photos. The stuff that media is being done to the actual wedding
So-
compared to is just
The people who
Insane.
hire professional photographers for the bridal shower, the bachelorette party, the
engagement.
rehearsal
Why do you even
dinner,
need
the
this many
engagement.
photos?
the
You
engagement thing.
You use probably
seriously
like
don't.
3 wedding photos for the rest of your life. Like, you don't need 450.
I will say we liked our wedding photographer a lot. She was great, and you know what? It made
Could you
my
imagine?
significant other happy.
if
So
you were
now
a-
we have 2,500 photos.
Could you imagine if you were a hockey person right now and you're in your car on your way to Detroit Lakes to hear about hockey,
And
and
you're
all
just-
they're hearing about is weddings?
You know,
Yeah.
there is this feature
You
called
could
the
just
skip
fast
button.
forward.
skip
Skip.
plus 30.
There are other things going on.
Here, do this. You talk about
about
some
hockey.
wedding thing, and then I'm going to talk about Cam Coulter not making
Oh my gosh!
the All-Star game
You
at
need
the 2006.
you
at the
need to slow.
16s.
You need to slow down.
No, but it
'Cause
would be
we're
funny.
starting
Like
with
kind of
boys 15.
so we're
We'll
just kind of tricking
intermix
them.
weddings
Just intermix
in
wedding.
there.
Just talk about a wedding cake, and I'll talk about Cam Coulter.
Has anyone ever told you that subtlety?
Did
is
you
not
know
your
that
strong
Parker
suit?
Duraney had the most time on ice? For
Did
the
you know that in
Four
hockey they use
Nations?
sticks and pucks?
There you go.
It's crazy. We can start though. National Camp Standouts. That was first on your list that you sent Kayla and I went crazy last night. I watched the newest episode of Next Gen NYC, and I filled out 3 pages. 3.5 pages of notes here. So I have names, I have numbers.
Let's
and
hear
I
it.
have so much to
I
go through.
cannot wait. Are we starting with the national camp boys
Yep,
or girls?
national camp boys.
There was
Boys
basically
15s.
15, 16, 17s. The girls
Yep.
was a 15 and a 16, 17 thing.
Yep.
And then the best players from the 15s and 16, 17s get pushed into a U18 camp as well, where they
On the
pick-
girls' side.
Yeah, on the girls' side. Yeah, the boys is just a straight 15, straight 16, and a straight 17.
Yep. So out of the 15s, Mason Dahlbeck was the leader on
Nice.
the board for Minnesotans with 13
From
points.
Buffalo.
Uh-huh. Will Stinson had 9 points, and then Jace Magner and Owen Moulton 8 points apiece to round out the top scoring Minnesotans. I love the comparison between Magner and Moulton because they come from opposite ends of the spectrum, right? Moulton's a Metro kid, Shakopee, Shattuck St. Mary's,
Yep.
and Magner is from East Grand Forks, played East Grand Forks Bantam AA last year. Put those two together on the ice, electric.
Yeah, you know what's interesting is, for me, the Dahlbeck is the interesting part of this. Here's a kid who played high school as a freshman last year.
Yep.
No
He had
offense.
9 points.
Yeah, he didn't exactly
9 or
light it
13.
up at Buffalo, but Buffalo's schedule is like
It's tough.
murderer's row.
It's tough.
But I'm excited for his future. I mean, he did really
Yeah.
well at the camp, and it was fun following along. I'm like, yep, there he is. He's leading again. He kept leading the entire camp all week long. I actually looked forward to it every day, going in there and
Seeing where
checking
Mason
the
was.
scoring leaders was.
I made this point in an earlier pod. I think it was when we were going through the WHL draft, where I said Mason Dahlbeck would have been a higher WHL pick
did
if
talk about
he
him.
played bantams and had 125 points. But
Yep.
this is why summer hockey plays such a critical role for some of these kids, because
does.
they
It
get to test
equalizer.
themselves against the best teams in the country, and they get a little more spotlight than if they play for a Buffalo team that's stuck in the Lake Conference and is trying to keep up with the Edina and the Minnetonkas of the world.
I agree with that. I for me, it's fun to watch this age, and for me, I keep a keen eye on this group because a lot of those kids will be playing in the Prep Elite League because they're not quite ready for the high school Elite League.
Yep.
And guess where they're going to end up being in less than a year? They're going to be on their way to the NTDP.
Yeah.
You know, those 15s will be that way. Like we were talking about the 2010s, like 3 of them were in the Prep Elite League that made the program.
Mhm.
Stevens, Sam Weber, and the kid from Minnetonka. I could totally see who's on the program.
Schemenauer,
yeah.
Schemenauer. Goaltending wise, Owen Ryan and Renner Anderson posted some of the best numbers in the camp.
I would think those two are favorites to make the national level program.
I would also say yes. One caveat I'm going to throw in there is that no Minnesota goalies at the camp ranked highly in shots on goal. So the numbers were really good for Ryan and Anderson. Ryan ended up with a 248 goals against, 905 save. Anderson 278 goals against, 905 save. And Donovan Knapp finished 22nd in shots faced. Owen Ryan finished 21st in shots faced.
Is Donovan considered a Minnesotan?
I can never tell where he's from.
I think he's
Quite
from
honestly.
like St. Michael or Maple Grove or something.
Okay, I think
St.
he's
Cloud. St. Cloud. He was from St. Cloud.
Is he actually?
He went to school in Maple Grove,
Okay.
like a Catholic, some kind of school, and then was able to play for OMG all those years.
Okay.
And
I
then
remember him playing for OMG.
Yep, and then he played for Dallas, right? Is he still playing for Dallas?
I think it was Dallas for a year, and then it was Little Caesars for a year.
Really?
Yep.
Yeah, well, he did well. He made national camp.
Trying to keep up with you, Donovan. Boys 16s, and then we can talk a little bit about the Cam Coulter situation. Cam Coulter led the camp in scoring with
Until
10
they had an
points.
all-star game and kids
Until they
passed.
had an all-star
Yep.
game. Landon Samper and Tristan Will, a couple of Hill Murray standouts, tie with 8 points apiece. And then Parker Duraney, who, if you were somebody who played the stock market, I would buy Parker Duraney stock.
Yes.
The highest scoring defenseman at the camp was 7 points, and Zane Medlin also had 7 points. Goaltending-wise, Luke Sherlock had a really, really good camp, a 1.5 goals against, a 923 save percentage. And Will Arnold, a 2.5 goals against, 902 save percentage. This is another instance, though, where the Minnesota goaltenders didn't face a lot of shots.
Yeah.
Sherlock and Arnold faced 90 shots combined. The next Minnesotan on my list, Elias Hopeman, faced 82 by himself.
Really?
Yeah, so his numbers took a tiny bit of a hit compared to Sherlock and Arnold's.
But how about that, Sherlock, another goaltender from Grand Rapids?
Yeah, who didn't win the job outright to start the year. It was kind of a 3-horse race to
Yeah, it
figure out who
was.
the starter was going to be.
And then you factor in the Carter Casey. He's going to be going to the Gophers not this fall, but the following fall. And then the Brick goaltender was
I got a funny story about
was
him when we
a
get to
from
the
Grand
Brick part.
Rapids. It's like they just it's all they do.
Yeah,
It's all they do. It's amazing.
it is all they do.
And it's not just these three. I mean, there's
Well, shoot,
countless number.
Was it 2017? It was 2016 or 17 where they had 3 goalies on the roster and they all ended up going Division I.
Right.
Like Holm, Stayskull, and
Those-
Burt.
I don't know who the other one
There
was.
was like Holm, Stayskull, and then I think there was a sophomore who ended up going D1. But yeah, Grand Rapids goalie factory. Cam Coulter situation. I texted somebody who was out there and asked, like, is he hurt? Because it's not like they're going to tweet out Cam Coulter has a torn ACL and can't play in the game.
Right.
And he just said, no, he's not hurt. He looked great all week. I don't know.
Well, who knows?
I don't know. I got nothing else to say on that one. I think it's really some kids, you put them in the All-Star game because they're the leading scorer in the camp. How do you leave the leading scorer in the camp off the All-Star list?
Who knows?
Who knows, man? Who knows? It's a mystery that'll never be solved. 17s. This is where the kids get split up into district teams. So Team Minnesota goes 4-2. 2 of those wins were shootout victories. Boomer DeMars, the leading scorer among all Minnesotans with 11 points. Rylan Rooney had 8. Gavin Anderson 6, and Ryan Marquardt ended up with 6 points, the second highest scoring defenseman in the entire camp. Now, I can talk about 2 goaltenders here, but do you have any notes on the skaters?
I just would have notes on the guys who made the Hlinka team, and I thought the Hlinka team did quite well for all the way up until the last 2 periods of the championship game where they just got skunked by the Canadians.
Cade Nystrom, a 0.98 goals against, a 962 save percentage, facing the 4th most shots on goal in the
He
entire
just committed to Arizona State.
Yes, he did. And
Did he make the Hlinka team? I don't even know.
I don't think so.
I don't think he did.
And according to Dwayne Veeney, he's 80-0 in his last.
How about
3
that?
years.
Crazy, and why does Dwayne know Cade so well?
I couldn't tell you, man.
What doesn't Dwayne know? He knows all.
He knows everything.
I love that stat. That's a crazy stat.
That is a crazy stat.
And
remember, he never played Bantam AA at Minnetonka.
He played Bantam A.
He was one of the 3 kids that left Minnetonka's Bantam A team and played Shattuck St. Mary's the next year.
But I believe that Cade was also Pee Wee eligible that year. He played.
Was he?
Bantam
Okay.
A. Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
I don't know.
So it was a good spot for him, actually. Bantam A
probably
in
got to
District
play
6
a
is pretty
lot.
good. Yeah.
All right, you want to go through Hlinka?
Yeah.
Seeing as we're in that age group, Canada just beats down
Pummeled.
the United States.
8-1, wasn't it?
8-1 in the gold medal game. Not a great showing from the U.S., but they went to the gold medal game, so that's fun.
Yeah, how about that? That's one of some hockey tweet, World Hockey Report. The biggest tournament of the year.
I don't know.
I think I got suckered on that.
Stop
one.
engaging with that.
I thought I got suckered by that one.
Don't do it. Hot sauce is going to give you heartburn, so why would you drink the hot sauce? You nut.
I thought it was kind of funny.
Joey Cullen, 5 points. Nash Road, 5 points. Rylan Rooney, 4 points.
Timeout.
What?
Timeout.
What?
Tony wants a timeout.
Okay. Chris Webber.
Exactly, Chris Webber. Joey Cullen, when I saw his name pop up on that Hlinka team,
He's good.
I thought to myself for a second, I'm like, but I didn't want to go digging into elite prospects because it would have taken me hours, maybe days.
Because of the pop-up ads?
That too. To find out if another 16-year-old had ever played on the Hlinka team. So I'm thinking, that's never happened. I'm going through, racking my brain of all the Hlinka teams the last 10, 15 years. I'm like, I don't ever remember that happening. So I'm on the internet one day, and maybe I was listening to a podcast, and it says, yeah, Joey Cullen, first ever American chosen to the Hlinka team that was 16 years old. I know. Just what this podcast needs, more talk about Joey Cullen. But I thought, wow, I'm glad someone did the research on that and I didn't have to. I was about to, and I'm like, no, it would take me forever to find that out.
Yeah.
So,
Well, I'm glad somebody else
Same.
did it. And no, I don't think anybody would hear the name Joey Cullen on a podcast of ours and think, oh, you're talking about him again. You have to. You can't ignore him forever.
You do.
It's like watching people discover fire for the first time when they watch Joey Cullen for the first time and you've been cooking with a gas stove for 10 years.
Yeah, I agree with that. That's a good analogy.
Nash Road is also having an outstanding summer. What a summer for Nash Road, man. He had 5 points as well, and I just mentioned Rylan Rooney.
And he committed to the Gophers.
Yeah.
Which is interesting.
Yeah.
That'll be Pete Road had a kid who went to Bemidji, had a kid who went to St. Cloud, and now I have a kid to go to the Gophers.
I thought it would have been really funny if Nash had gone to St. Cloud. Continue the lineage.
What, two of them?
Nolan's, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
sure.
they could gang up on the other ones.
Yes.
You don't want an
there was something
imbalanced
about
household.
Joey. I also think this is not a news flash to those in the know, but don't be surprised if this was the reason USA putting him on Hlinka was kind of a tipping their hand, for lack of a better term, that he'll be playing on the U18 team and not the U17 team this year. Just, you heard it here first.
He's earned it. You can't say nepotism. You can't say anything.
No.
He's earned it. Yep. I don't care.
If that happens and you hadn't heard it, then please, I want my credit. I think that's going to happen. That's what I've been hearing in the rinks. I don't know if that. Again, I don't know it to be fact. I'm not going to call Rod Bracewell. Go, hey Rod, are you guys moving him up? He'd be like, I'm not telling you.
He'll ignore your phone call.
Yes, I'm not telling you is what he would say.
There is one player I want to shout out, and it's a North Dakotan, so it's close enough to Minnesota where I feel comfortable throwing a kudo to this guy, Colin Grubb, who played in the Bantam Elite League a few years ago. Yep. Colin Grubb is legit. Dude.
Oh yeah,
Colin Grubb is friggin' good.
Yeah,
Colin Grubb is really good. So if you're a North Dakotan and you want to feel a little bit of hometown pride, Colin Grubb is someone that you should certainly get
another
behind.
Kid from North Dakota that just doesn't get much love. Doesn't get it is Mardo. I think he's the one who's just so good.
I was going to say Connor Dwyer.
Yeah, that too. There's a lot of good players.
There are a lot
in that era.
Yeah, it's also that time of year where a certain school in the middle of Minnesota starts tweeting out its rosters, and I keep thinking, how many North Dakota kids?
It's incredible.
Oh my gosh,
it's incredible. They do a nice job of mixing it up with a lot. They do get a lot of North Dakota kids.
Just a ton of North Dakota kids going to North Star.
We haven't even talked girls hockey yet.
No, we're about to.
Have we clinched it off with?
Do you want to finish off with Four Nations?
Go ahead.
Because we can finish off Four Nations. I cannot read Czech, ladies and gentlemen, so that website was tough.
I had a lot of fun trying to
that website
read between the lines on that.
That was really hard. 7 Minnesotans helped bring home the gold.
Was it in Czechoslovakia?
It was in Czechoslovakia.
Prague, probably?
Czech Republic.
Yeah.
Czechoslovakia. What year is it?
Czechia.
1992.
Well, they actually call it Czechia now.
Yeah. Parker Duraney, Gavin Godbout, Avery Hanowski, Hank Larilla, Henry Meyer, Soren Somweber, and Nikolai Zhukov. Somweber scored the tying goal late in the third period to force overtime in the subsequent shootout where Team USA had 3 players score, bing, bang, bong, to win the gold.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. All right, now we can go to girls. Girls 15s. Speaking of players that are having a great summer, Audrey Nichols.
Is anyone surprised?
No, it shouldn't be. 7 points to lead the Minnesota contingent, followed by Leighton Cragness with 5 points and Nora Patak with 5 points. Goaltending-wise, Ruby Cement.
All of those kids in the Dangle League this recently?
Yeah.
Yeah, they were all playing in that. All 3 of those. Patak was for sure.
I know Patak was, and I know Nichols was.
Yeah.
I don't remember if I saw Cragness there.
All right, I wouldn't doubt it.
Goaltending, Ruby Cement stopped 53 of 54 shots for a sparkling .34 goals against and a .981 save percentage.
Nice.
Also at Holy Family?
Yes.
Okay, so Holy Family ends up with 2
of the best goalies in the state.
Mentioned. Yeah, that's going to be interesting to see how they split that.
Yeah.
They could also be considered a goalie factory. Swart
big time.
They had one before
Sedona Blair
too.
Sedona Blair.
Blair, Swart
4 years, like 7 straight years of Swarty and Blair.
Just pushing goalies to D1.
Yeah.
The girls 16-17 camp, Carmen Benedict, 7 points. Audrey Davis, 6 points. JC Chatlin, 5. Allie Defoe, 5. And Delaney Miller, 5. Kyle Weiland ends up with the best goaltending numbers of 237 goals against, 911 save. And 2 goaltenders, Alexa Autumn and Emma Piper. Autumn faced the second most shots on goal and stopped a good chunk of them, 857 save percentage. Emma Piper got in there with a 4-5 goals against. Nice to see some lesser-known names on the goaltending side.
For sure.
And then the U19 series, Haley Box, 3 points, second among all skaters, with Janie McGaughan, a 205 goals against, 935 save percentage.
Nice work.
The U19s. And now we're going into the U18 series.
Lots of Minnesotans. Was it like 9?
There were a ton.
There were like 9 Minnesotans because part of it's the goaltending. I mean, 2 out of 3 goalies were from Minnesota.
Yeah, I can run down the list right now for you.
Delaney Miller,
Maddie Boone,
Allie
Callanan, Taylor Mannion, Delaney Miller, Noelle Noble, Emma Piper, Hannah Richley, Amelia. I'm trying to figure out what name she actually prefers. Such.
Mia Such.
Not Amelia Such. Okay, Mia Such, Alexis Ulrich, and Reese Unklesby.
That's a good team.
That's a very good team. And I also happen to know one of the other players. I think she's a cousin of one of my wife's best friends.
Really? Who's that?
Yeah, her name's Gia Orizati.
And where is she from?
Vancouver, Washington.
Really?
Yeah, she will be heading to, I believe it's a new school this year, Masters Academy International.
And that is in what city?
I believe that is Chris Masters. I believe that is the brainchild of Chris Masters.
What is it called? Masters
Academy International.
No way, in Boston?
Yep.
Wow.
Yeah. Masters Academy. I swear I looked this up. I saw some kid.
That makes sense.
So many of these prep schools tweet commitments for the year because they want to show like, oh, kids are coming here. You don't have to be afraid of this. But yeah, Masters Academy International. I believe this is it. Chris Masters.
No way.
Is the founder. Yep.
And it's girls or girls and boys?
It's both. There's some names on here that you and I would both recognize from our time.
That are coaches or players?
Bouncing around the...
coaches or players?
Coaches. Like Jeff Pellegrini.
Yep.
I'm pretty sure you and I both dealt with him for something. Interesting. Well, they got a full website, so if you're interested and you're in the area, Masters Academy International.
Keep going, right?
Yeah. One more player I want to throw out here, and we saw her at NAFE. I saw her last year. I don't know if she was there this year, but Brooke Lakowski from Black River Falls, Wisconsin, who plays for the Madison AAA program.
Yep.
Brooke Lakowski is really, really, really good.
This is 2011?
She is a 2010.
2010, okay. They got some good crew there.
In Wisconsin?
In Wisconsin, yeah.
There are a couple of players from that Madison AAA Capitals team.
Really
that
good.
Really
Well, you should have seen
good.
their 2014s. That Great Lakes team is really good. Well, they won NAFE, and they're doing quite well on all levels. So.
It's a good segue because we're about to talk about NAFE.
Perfect.
Ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
All right.
Who won? I know one level that won because I coached in it.
Yeah. U18 Western Selects defeats Manitoba 3-2.
Yep.
Our most outstanding forward, Charlotte Lee from Western Selects. Defender Attica Sobering. I think that's the third time she's been the most outstanding defender for this Manitoba group. And Reagan Rivera of the Western Selects was the most outstanding
nice player.
goaltender. 2011, Team Sask over the BC Capitals. That Sask group is really
good.
friggin' good. Most outstanding forward, Caitlin Rieger.
Yep.
Like
What?
Rieger. Like North Dakota Rieger.
No Rieger.
Okay,
No,
no
different Rieger.
relation there.
No.
Kaylee Allard was the most outstanding defender, also from Team Sask, and Lila Halstead from the BC Capitals was the most outstanding goalie. And I'm looking at her picture on the Champions page.
She was really good.
She's not thrilled
No.
about losing that game. In 2012, Manitoba over West Can Sask. Most outstandings, Kinley Legault from Manitoba, most outstanding forward. Allie Regal, most outstanding defender from Manitoba.
No
and
surprise.
Most outstanding goaltender, Sally McIntyre.
No surprise. That team also won the Orion Cup in May, too.
Manitoba's.
So they were good.
2013, Machine over Great Lakes by a score of 2-1.
Overtime, wasn't it? I think it was.
No, it does not say overtime here.
Wasn't? Okay.
No. Riley Fisher, most outstanding forward from Great Lakes. Ryan Edlund, most outstanding defender from Machine. And Lydia Thunberg, most outstanding
Yeah, Lydia
goaltender.
was good. Really good in that one.
2014's Great Lakes 7-1 over West Can Sask.
Oh.
Blake Borgestad, most outstanding forward. Harlow Johnston, most outstanding defender from West Can Sask. And Peyton Palmer, most outstanding goalie from Team Great Lakes.
Yeah, well, we had our team Minnesota, I was coaching the 14s, and we were 19 seconds away from the finals in a rematch with Great Lakes. We played twice in Nashville, and we couldn't get her done. Hats off to West Can Sask. They really had a nice team.
Yeah. Blake Borgestad, huh?
Yeah, she's good.
Yeah.
I've seen her play so much this year. It's incredible.
Yeah, New Richmond.
Yeah, she played in Stars of Tomorrow.
Interesting.
She played in Nashville. She played in NAFE, and I saw her play in a MASH game the other night as well. I've seen more of Blake Borgestad than I can. My eyes can handle. She's a good player.
2015's West Can Sask over Machine by a final score of 4-1. Most outstanding forward, Ryder Moon from West Can Sask.
She's
most
so good.
Outstanding defender, Aubrey Holloway from Machine. And most outstanding goaltender, Brielle Earhart from West Can Sask.
And who's an assistant coach on that 2015 Machine team?
Couldn't tell you.
Yes, you could.
Is it Steve? Yeah. Oh, yeah. I guess I didn't make that connection.
You're the White Barrel Lake Pee Wee AA coach.
Yeah.
Thought it was kind of interesting.
Ran into him. We'll talk about that in a second when we talk about Edmonton and Vegas. I ran into him at the airport.
You saw him in Vegas, probably.
No, I didn't see him at all. I saw him at MSP.
Okay.
Because everybody was on the same flight coming back.
Right.
2016s, do you want to take the ball and run with this one? Look at you standing there in the middle of the champions photo.
Yeah. I kind of buckled. I buckled on being in that picture.
Buckled.
It was a fun game. The Machine beat Team Minnesota in the pool play, and in a really exciting game, back and forth. Both teams changed leads. It was really a fun game.
Yeah, 1-0.
No, that was not. That was in the pool play game. It was a crazy game, back and forth. We had the lead. They tied it. We took the lead. They took the lead. We tied it, and then eventually they beat us in regulation. They just steamrolled us in the third period. They were the way better hockey team. And then in the championship game, we scored and just hung on for dear life. Our goaltender, Quinn Johnston, played lights out there. Goaltender, Shelby Dryhurst, was phenomenal. It was a 1-0 game, but it was so much excitement. Penalties, both Minnesota, you got both crowds. Kids are younger, so grandma and grandpa are coming out. Aunts and uncles.
Could be a good thing.
You've
or a
seen
bad
that,
thing.
but you've seen the Bethel rink when it gets loud in there. It was intense. And it was a fun intense. I felt like both teams really competed hard, and Quinn held it all together for Minnesota, and they won 1-0. So.
Most outstanding forward was Gabby Swart from Team Minnesota. Most outstanding defender, Lucy Johnson.
She's
from
a
the
good
Machine.
player.
And then the aforementioned Quinn Johnston.
And literally both goalies were so good. It was like, how do you not give it to Shelby? Because she shut down Minnesota on a bunch of chances in that game too. So it was a really hard, picking 3 good players out of that one was tricky. Here I am. I have the card. I have to hand it to Robin Cook. I'm running the tournament. Just coached the team that won it. I'm like, okay, let me try to get all this correct. When you're handing out the outstanding players and stuff like that. So.
I will point out that the leading scorer across all age groups,
oh my gosh, the girl from BC.
Yep. Mikalia Kokas.
Unbelievable.
18 points in 5 games.
She was unbelievable.
Was she really?
Oh my gosh. We're like, well, we had like a 6-0 lead or 6-1 lead, and she ripped off 3 goals in one shift. Like 2 or 3 different times. She was just dominant. Really good player.
All right. Oh, great. Oh, there's Gio Rosati.
She was in the tournament.
Look at all this.
I love it.
All right. We're moving on to the brick. Brick.
So you take a breath. You're done with NAFE. And then 10 days later, you're on the road to get to Edmonton. Our team Minnesota was playing on Monday. And after watching the Brick team beat the 2015 Blades in Nashville, I said, wow, this team looks like they're pretty determined. I think they're going to win, and I think all they did is win in the pre-Brick showcases.
Probably.
So as I'm booking my flight to go to Edmonton to coach the 2013 team, I'm like, I better go a day early. I better go Saturday and make sure I'm there on Sunday in case they're in the championship. And that's what I did, and that's what happened, and they just pummeled the Red Wings on Sunday, and it was barely a celebration. There was a celebration, the we haven't won in 37 tries celebration, but there wasn't the, oh my gosh, this was unbelievable. Not saying that taking anything away from them, but it was such a pummeling of Detroit that it was a little anticlimactic when they actually did win. But congratulations to Billy and Ryan and all those guys that were involved in that program, building it up to where they finally got it to a W status after all the years of disappointment.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I am paying attention. I'm just retweeting some breaking news here.
What do you got? What's breaking?
Andy Brandt has found a new home.
Really?
Yeah, University of Wisconsin.
Not sure. Not surprised.
Yeah, they're so when Andy stepped down from Madison, did my due diligence and texted a few different people, and the gist that I got was there are very few jobs that Andy would leave for. And in my own mind, I started connecting the dots. Where does he have the most connections? So Andy Brandt will be joining the University of Wisconsin staff.
Nice. Good job, Andy.
Yep. He won a national championship with Wisconsin. It's probably, he doesn't have to move.
No.
He's already in Madison.
Makes sense.
The Badgers to the 2006
That makes sense.
I got really lucky, and both Ryan S. and Billy Hengen were able to talk to me a little bit about
the story
about the Brick team, and we hammered something out before heading to Vegas. They weren't surprised that the team won, but they also didn't go into the tournament thinking we have this in the bag. They've both been there so many times.
Right.
They've seen how many good teams get upended by what they refer to in separate phone calls. They each refer to super tendies, where you find a 10-year-old who's just this goaltender who stops everything, and you get shut down. But they were really, really happy with how the whole team played. They thought everybody filled their roles really well. Obviously, Colton Stewart has a tournament for the ages, 32 points in 9 games.
Right.
And Connor Wagner, 6-0, 940 save percentage, a .88 goals against average. as you said earlier, another Grand Rapids product. One thing that I would like to point out is the Final Four this year at the Brick: Detroit, Saskatchewan, BC, and Minnesota. Who's missing?
Toronto.
No Toronto teams.
I know.
No Toronto and no Connecticut Junior Rangers.
Fun to see Saskatchewan have a good run.
Well, and that's my point. I'm not trying to dump on the Toronto teams, but it's fun to see Saskatchewan make it to the Final Four. It's fun to see a new-ish team like Detroit make it to the Final Four.
They've been a couple times now.
Well, and people might say, well, they won the championship 2 years ago. Brother, if you'd been to some of those earlier Bricks, they were
brutal.
3-3 every year. They were 3-3 every year. So kind of a fun Final Four. Maybe, I don't want to say a changing of the guard, but fun to see some new teams, especially Saskatchewan.
I remember one of the Bricks that I went to, Lane Hudson. Is it Lane? Is he the 04? It was unbelievable.
Trying to keep all those Hudson
He played for
boys.
Detroit. I was like, wow, this kid is really good.
Yeah, they, speaking of Hudson's, something we could talk about off air.
Okay.
They have a new hockey academy
Sure they do.
that they've started in Illinois.
Sure they do. I'm sure they do.
Everybody's got an academy now.
Yeah.
Team Minnesota, our big week. Vegas,
Huge
Edmonton,
week.
and Utah. Las Vegas, it could have gone better. No sugarcoating it. But the girls played hard.
Yeah.
And they improved with each game, and I was really, really impressed with the way Jossie Cookson got those girls to believe in themselves, and the emphasis was placed on developing skills and confidence to go forward into the winter season. This is summer hockey is for development, so we'll place development over trophies and medals any day.
Yeah, and what's interesting is the guy who runs Team Minnesota, the girls that played on that team that we've invited kids back for next year. It feels like everyone had just an incredible experience with Jossie, and we are some incredibly good kids, and that group will continue to grow. I'm excited for that.
Yeah, and one of those little moments, she was talking to a player, and she said, I want you to be the most confident defenseman on our team. And from that point on, that player stepped up into the rush. That player took out bodies along the boards. She got the puck out of the zone when she needed to. So winning is nice. Development is better.
Happy. Just hearing stuff like that makes me happy.
Sure. You want to take us through Edmonton and Utah? You were boots on the ground there.
Yeah, it was okay. So Edmonton was strange. The draw, the schedule, everything for that group just was. They played 6 games, and again 7 games, 6 games, and every game was against the top 8 team in the tournament out of 15 teams. So we had a really tough draw, and a tough start. We were like 1-1, 2-2. I mean, we didn't have the best seeding. I think we were like a 7 or an 8 seed. Won our play-in game against Alberta, which was probably the easiest game of them all. I never felt like they were in trouble there. And then they get to the quarterfinals and play in New York. By this time, I'd already left Edmonton and gone to Utah. And while watching the game in my hotel room, I got a knock on my door. And I go to the door, and I'm like, can I help you? I'm like, is everything okay in here? There's a lot of noise in here. I was yelling so hard at the computer while watching the game. I wanted those kiddos to win. I've had them for 4 years and wanted them to succeed. And they get to they third period, they just turned on the Jets and tied the score and had a chance to win it in regulation. Didn't get her done, and then went to overtime. And one of our players, our captain, had a clean breakaway on the 3-on-3, and couldn't get her done. Feel bad for her, and they came back the other way and scored. They lost in the quarters, but to a New York team who ended up winning the championship. So we know that we were in the hunt with some of those top teams, but just quite not there yet.
All right,
Park City.
I
think we
lost to the same team twice.
Yeah, beat everyone else but Toronto. And in fairness, we were a Minnesota team. The Toronto team we played was not from Toronto. I'll just say that. When you see bright green stickers everywhere, and you're seeing very, very different helmets and stickers. It's like, yeah, okay, I get it. This is an all-star event, but we're also all from Minnesota here, and we're proud with how we played and how hard we tried and how great our goaltending was. And, you know, both of our goaltenders were great. Quinn Johnson, who we talked about earlier, and Levin Hallseth had some of the most unbelievable saves I've seen. She had a great tournament as well. And, again, the usual suspects, you know, your Gabby Swartz and Rowan Mason and all those kids had a great tournament.
All right.
They had let's put it this way. Not that I was hanging out at the pool at the hotel a lot, but when I dropped by the pool a couple of times, they were having a lot of fun. I'll just say that. They were having a lot of fun in their trip to Utah.
It's all about having fun.
Yeah.
All right. Now Prospects Combine,
Wow.
which didn't end that long ago.
No, but that was like the old 1 week off and then back on the train tracks for us as staff. What a fantastic week. I thought it was one of the best weeks we've ever had. You know, the kids were really well behaved. The Gopher coaches, the Gopher counselors. It was so fun. That was the best week of Gopher camp I've had in a long, long time. I left that feeling refreshed and excited about what a great job our staff did and what a great job the kids did. We got some award winners. I think we have those, don't we?
Oh, yeah. I can give you the award winners.
Let's get the award winners.
We give out 4 awards, 4 each for the boys, 4 each for the girls. Camper, forward, defender, and goaltender. For the boys' campers, Ben Duda. That one was pretty unanimous after talking to a few of the Golden Gopher players that were around the kids. Our best boys forward was Christian French. The boys' defenseman was Bo Lancette, and the boys' goaltender was Easton Wybe.
Yeah.
Yeah. The girls' camper, Bailey Brown. Girls' forward, Zoe Menden. Girls' defender, Tegan Nelson. And girls' goaltender, Andy Williams.
Andy was great.
Yeah.
Let's give our MVP Gopher. Who's your MVP Gopher on both sides? Who's the camper? I got so many on the boys' side, and I got one specifically on the women's side.
I feel like we're going to take the same.
Woman.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm going to go first. Sarah Paul.
Yeah, that's who
you know
mine was
what,
gonna
though?
be.
You could take Sarah Paul.
I'll take Carly Humphrey.
I'll take Carly Humphrey.
Carly Humphrey.
Carly's really, I had her up in Calgary in May, and it was Chad Jansen and I on the bench, and she was just kind of, you know, filling and doing some nice things on the coaching staff with the girls. But I feel like since Calgary, she really came out of her shell, and she was fantastic with the girls at the camp. And I thought my interview I did with her was great too. So
I'll throw out Sloan Hartmetz. I enjoyed chatting with Sloan. She and I were running the same station during
she's from
the
out
skills
east,
competition.
right?
She's like
Philly?
a Philly Junior Flyers product, and asked her what brought her to Minnesota, and she laid it all out. She was very, very, very kind, very patient with the kids.
I liked her.
Among the men, Brody Zemer. I mean, he's done this so many times. It's tough for him not to be good at it, but it's easy to see why he gets to be an alternate captain or a captain on virtually every team he plays for. It's pretty easy to see why he's that way.
So we did this thing when I did the boys. When I had the boys up there, I did an interview the first time, and then the second time we just did all the boys. Oh, no, I did Lutke for the interview, who was great. He was a great counselor. I would probably have to say he was the best counselor. He knew every kid by name, first name, last name, where they were from. I thought he did an awesome job. Tanner did. And I thought Teddy Townsend was just a classic, Teddy Townsend. He never got to go to camp as a kid. Just cheap dad, Corey, wouldn't send him to camp. I was always begging him to come. And now I got to get that in there. You like that? And now he gets to do the camp and be a counselor. And first day, I think it was the first day or second day, he was doing kickball, and he just bombed one out of the park. He gets mobbed by all the kids on the team. I'm like, okay, at least now Teddy's gotten I got the full combine experience as a kid out of my system. But so it's a lot of fun to have those kids there. But going back to Zemer, so each one of the kids, including John Whipple, who I knew, his grandpa John was my baseball coach growing up. He's a lot of Minnesota ties. John does. And so I got to every kid and I said, I'm going to talk about one specific memory I have of of you, Javon Moore and Jackson Nevers, all these kids who I have really good relationships with, just from youth hockey stuff. I got to Zemer and I go, the one thing I remember about Brody Zemer when he was a kid, when he was your age in 6th, 7th grade, was nobody loved hockey more.
Yeah.
He just had this, I would play 24 hours a day if you let me. I go, Zemer, you still like that? And he goes, pretty much.
Well, he's going to make whichever NHL team.
Buffalo.
Well, I know he's been drafted by Buffalo, but it's never a guarantee. Right?
Never.
He could be traded as part of a prospect package, what have you.
Yep.
Whoever he plays for at the next level is going to get an outstanding young man.
Yep. No doubt about
I'm
that.
34 and I'm calling people young men. Oh
So we agreed on Sarah Paul as well.
Yeah, she was a lot of fun. I actually bumped into her coming into the building on Thursday morning and got to walk like that half block or whatever with her. Very polished.
Yes.
Very polished young woman.
Yeah. I liked her.
Yeah. AAA State.
AAA State now.
I got champions and MVPs for you.
So you broadcasted, did I just do one game and you did 3?
Yeah, because you did the Bantam Elite.
I did Bantam Elite, and then I did that mega tilt between the Lakers, going the 14, the Lakers and SDP. And hats off to the Lakers. They were heavily underdogged, and I hate to say that about any AAA hockey, but if you lose 8-2 in pool play, that's an underdog, isn't it?
Yeah, I'd
that's
say
an underdog.
so.
If you lose 8-2 in pool
from an
play,
emotional standpoint,
right? So they line up and they just got after it from the first shift. They just got after it, and I felt like they were going toe to toe, punch for punch, and got a lead, got a 2-goal lead once. A 2-goal lead twice, and just could not hang on. Eventually, the powerhouse that was SDP tied it with 17 seconds left or something like that, 19 seconds left, and then won in a shootout. So that was the one game I covered.
Okay.
And who was the MVP of that one? What?
You had the close game.
Yeah.
Cooper Moulter.
Yeah. He was
Cooper
dynamic.
Moulter.
Really good.
2013's hometown hockey over SDP Premier, final score of 6-3. Warren Schrull was the MVP from hometown hockey.
Okay.
He was great. Could have taken a lot of kids from hometown.
Correct.
The MVPs. True North Black over hometown hockey, 7-4 in the 2015 division. Brock Auger, the MVP from True North Black.
Yeah.
And in the 2016's Blue Army over SDP Premier, 6-4. And we went with the goaltender, actually, Grady Marks, who I think finished with 20 saves.
Which team was he with?
Blue Army.
Okay.
Yeah, but it's rare you get a goalie at that.
So do we have all different champions then?
Blue Army, True North, SDP, hometown. Yeah.
Yes.
That's the goal, right?
That is fantastic. I think
That's
we
the
had
goal.
that. I think we had that in the Yale tournament as well at the end of the spring. I feel like we had different champions in all 4 championship games. So that's
good.
That's fun to see.
Yeah. Bantam Elite.
New time of year. What was your thoughts on having it at the end of July like that?
Well, it meant we got a lot of players that we probably would not have gotten.
Correct.
If we'd started it in August like we normally do. So
Right.
from that standpoint, I was pretty happy with it.
I was happy with how
thought the
high a
talent was
quality
good.
was of the league was back.
Yeah.
Right. We definitely got. I like having the minors and the majors because some of those minors have something to prove. And the majors were outstanding. But like Cooper Ewing, the MVP.
We wouldn't have gotten Cooper. We wouldn't have gotten Ewing. We wouldn't have gotten
They're all
Arden. We wouldn't have gotten Lamondola.
all
we
those
wouldn't have
kids. It
gotten
actually
On.
turned out to be kind of a coup in a way. We got a lot of good players in the league that we normally wouldn't have gotten just because they would be going to Shattuck.
Well, and I'm not sure Shattuck would have said, on August 29th you need to do something. No, not a chance. You need to be down
Coming
here. But in
here.
July, they're kind of like, you can
Do
go
whatever you want.
Do whatever you want.
And I think it turned out pretty nice. Some of those Shattuck players were fun to watch.
Well, they were, Nello Lamondola. I can go through the all Bantam Elite League team if you'd like me to.
Yeah. Let's see if there's anything else I want to change, chime in about.
Just from a league structure?
Yeah, I felt like it was great. And at the end of the day, the goal is to get those players, the top players to play against each other.
Yep.
And we had, hats off to guys like Tony Lancette, who's our director of officiating, but his son in the league was fantastic.
Director of officiating.
Yeah, it was good. Direct officiating, and he actually officiated his kid's game, I think, once or twice.
I think he
the
did
championship.
it once.
for sure.
I remember one for sure. And that should not be cause for No. Don't worry about it. No. I'm not worried about it.
He's going to be hard. He'd probably be harder on his kids' team than he would his the opposing team.
Probably. From a structural standpoint, I would have loved maybe one more weekend, but timing wise, it's just tough.
You have the 200 by 85, 64, 68 thing.
68.
There's
a lot of competition.
Part of the reason we did those 2 weekends because they were free and there's not a lot of competition.
Yep. So Cooper Ewing was our most valuable player. I don't think there is any argument about that. He led the league in scoring. I wrote this in the article. He played well in all three zones too. He is not a one-trick pony where it's all about points. I mean, he plays hard.
Yeah, there was a reason that his PBAA team was in and out of the top 10 all year was because of him. And I saw him last year in the single A division up in Moorhead, and man, he was an absolute rock star. And I'll just pile on a little bit more Cooper Ewing.
Please.
I interviewed him over in South St. Paul one of those Fridays and was like, this is a really sharp young man.
Yeah.
This is no dumb jock. This kid knows his game. He knows how to speak. He knew what to do. It's like he was waiting for that interview for a couple years, and he knocked out his interview just like he knocked out the league. I thought he did great, and he's headed down to Shattuck too.
He is. Shattuck has not published a roster yet, but you have to make a decision at some point during the summer. They got to cash tuition checks and whatnot. So
right.
Cooper Ewing is headed to Shattuck, as is I just mentioned him a second ago, Sam Arden, who's played with the Minnetonka organization.
And he was with the Thieves. He played with the Thieves too.
Sam Arden?
Yeah.
Okay.
So they got Arden. They have Vinny, right? DeFazio's going there.
Is he? I don't know that one.
Obviously the kids that, because of Arden and DeFazio, they were the ones helping us attract these kids that were here all summer. Mm-hmm. It's like Lamondola, me. This Logan Stevens, Jean Un. June on. Sorry.
Yeah. It's okay. He's funny, man. He's a character.
He was.
I was going through pronunciations, I think, with somebody, and I asked somebody how to pronounce her name, and he popped up out of nowhere and goes, "Do you know how to pronounce my name?" And I said, "Yeah, it's June on." He said, "Yeah, it is."
He's a Boston kid.
He's funny, dude. He's really funny. He's super fast, too. He's actually on our all-bell team.
Yeah.
All-bell forwards will go in alphabetical order. No, this is not just me throwing names at a board. I did check in with a couple of coaches, monitor the numbers, make sure we're not. Yeah, I checked in with you for a couple of kids. But I am going to say something here. There is such a thing as collecting too many opinions when you're doing this because everybody's got an opinion on every player, and then it starts to be like, well, I would never put this kid in here. No. Well, I thought he was one of the best kids in the league. So you check in with a few people. You try to make sure that you're not throwing out kids that nobody else
it's your
agrees
list.
with. So out of the forwards, Colton Bang
for
the Penguins. I mean, he was Mr. Personality. And he was Mr. Backcheck, too.
Did you put Jameson in there, Big J?
Matushak?
Yeah.
It was too hard not to keep him out. I tried to put more weight into the kids that were there for both weekends, but everybody else that I talked to said Matushak.
Good. It's not his fault. I think he was like at a wedding or he had something.
Well, yeah, it wasn't like he skipped it to do something else.
It was so good.
Yeah, he was too good. Everybody, one of the first names they came up with was Matushak.
Thank you.
Lucas Bogut from the Canes. He's a Breck kid.
From Northfield.
I think he also played for Faribault at one point too.
Maybe, yeah.
He's another effort guy. Vinny DeFazio. DeFazio was another player who everybody I talked to was one of the first names.
You know what? I'm going to say something. I think Vinny DeFazio should have been the MVP.
Why?
He played for the Bruins. He played 4 or 5 games, and
two games.
It was. I felt like he played like 2 or 3.
No, but he ended up with 5 points in 2 games.
And
4
here's
points.
why: like he wanted to play, and he wanted to play.
He wanted to play for everybody.
10 games.
Yeah.
I mean, that just shows you how much that kid loves hockey. So
he played forward.
I'm glad he made it.
Yeah, he played forward for the Rangers, ended up with 16 points, which put him in the top, 20% of the league. And then he played 2 games with the Bruins and he had 4 assists, but he played defense.
Right.
Yeah.
I still don't think he knows where he's going to end up playing in the future.
Forward or D.
Yeah,
he can play both.
Either.
He's also a right shot. He's got good size. Somebody might look at him and say, "We want you to play defense."
Right.
Christian French from the Bruins. He's a pretty obvious pick.
Yeah.
Charlie Hansen from the Penguins could have gone into several different directions. The Penguins have this little water bug line of right shot, smaller forwards. Wyatt Earlbeck was another kid who popped up
really good
for a couple of people. Charlie Hansen was in there. Braden Hester from the Rangers. He was one of that trio of Hester, Ewing, and Matushak that destroyed everybody that first weekend. This was a kid who popped for me during the playoffs. Jake Janicki from East Grand Forks. He played for the Sharks, and he led the team with 16 points, 10 games. Wyatt Kleva from the Penguins, another one of those
superstars.
Yeah, another one of those
right shots
forwards that just seems to know. He seems to be 3 or 4 moves ahead of everybody.
Yeah, he had the game winner in overtime.
Yeah. Nello Lamandola from the Devils. He was the second highest scorer in the league with 25 points. Hudson Lochner from the Devils. He was kind of the foil to Lamandola.
Yeah.
Jamison Matushak from the Rangers.
You know who else was really good for the Devils? Probably didn't have a lot of points. Was Jackson May.
Jackson May was good. I think he missed the first weekend.
Yeah,
but he's the quintessential coach's kid.
Yeah.
Every move is the right move, right? Connor Kemp also had a really, really nice Bantam Elite League.
Yeah, he did.
The Devils.
And a Gopher camp, too.
He had good both. Emery Starkey from the Bruins was our last forward.
Yeah, that's teacher's pet right there. I mean, Jossie just loved Starkey.
He's so smooth, man.
Loved
forehand
Starkey.
to backhand 5-hole, his patented move.
Loved Starkey.
Out of the defensemen, we got June Ahn from the Rangers. He was a player who popped up from a couple of people. They said that guy from the Rangers. I don't know his name because he's not a Minnesota kid, but 17 from the Rangers. Sam Arden from the Sharks. He's the king of the fundamental play. Trey Dahlin from the Rangers.
Yeah.
This one popped up for a couple of people. He ended up with 8 points. He tied for the league lead in scoring for a defender. And Trey has grown a lot over the last couple of years. He's become so much more patient with the puck, and he's learning to pick his spots with those long passes. Because so many defenders at this age they panic when they have the puck, and they just, as high as it can go, into the air.
Yeah.
And Trey is really good about settling it down and finding somebody up the seam. Colin K. Waters from the Devils, he was a physical player, good fundamentals, good positioning. Bo Lancette. I mean, what more is there to say about Bo Lancette? And then this was a player who I absolutely fell in love with. Gabe Malmberg from the Penguins.
Shockby.
Big boy, but he can move.
Yeah.
And as he got more comfortable, he became more assertive. That was one. I have notes here on a bunch of players. And one thing I wrote down for Malmberg was want him to be more assertive because he's one of the biggest players on the ice. I want you to just level somebody.
Right.
And he started doing that. He started taking shots from the blue line. He started calling for the puck in the offensive zone. He started hitting players. He's really good. I think there's a lot of potential with Gabe Malmberg. One player who he wasn't on enough people's lists for me to put him on the all-Bell team, but who I thought played really, really well was Miles Murphy from the Sharks and JT Ake from the Rangers. Those were 2 players, not overly big, not speed burners, but every time I looked up, they were knocking somebody down.
Yeah, Ake
somebody
was the most physical player in the whole league.
Somebody was eating it into the boards because they just got drilled by Ake or Murphy.
I agree.
Out of goalies, Ryan, it's Key, right? I should figure out.
I should know. He's on my North Stars team in the Prep Elite League.
Well, we'll ask him. Yeah. We'll ask him this week. Ryan Quee from the Bruins faced the most shots. His up down as a goalie it's so fast. Yeah. James Feeblecorn from the Rangers. He impressed a lot of people, especially as the league went on. Yep. And then Noah Sluter from the Devils. He was a player who I had on my list. Maybe one other person I checked in with had him, but then I looked at the numbers. And his number composite for goals, he had the lowest goals against of goalies who faced 150 or more shots at 382, and he had the highest save percentage out of every goalie.
It's hard when you're playing half games.
In a league that is not kind to goaltenders, his numbers were pretty dang good for an elite league. So that's our all Bantam Elite team.
Nice work.
Penguins end up as the Les Champs.
Yep.
8-1-1 record. They were studs the whole way through, and the Rangers were also a ton of fun to watch. Could have used Matushak in that second weekend.
Correct.
The Rangers were a really, really good team.
I agree. Well, those teams were the bye teams. I was hoping
Yep.
we could see another rematch of those guys in the chip, but hand it to the Devils. They got the upset over the Rangers.
Yep.
So,
all right.
All right, what do you got?
Our
Prep
last
Elite League.
note here is Prep Elite League. I've got dates for you. If you are a scout, if you are a fan, if you are a parent, if you are just a hockey psycho who wants to spend entire weekends in the rink during the summer. August 22nd, that is this
technically,
weekend.
we only have one summer weekend. It's this weekend coming up, and then it's fall after that.
Technically.
Well, depending on what you consider fall, I guess September.
Preschool. Well,
Yeah, preschool. Yes.
No, because they would have started school by the 12th and 13th. Anywho, August 22nd and 23rd, we got a big opening weekend at Big. You will be able to see every team twice this weekend. And then we move into September the 12th, the 13th, the 15th, the 19th, the 20th, the 22nd, the 24th, and the 25th. There are single games at Ritter on the 15th and the 22nd and the 29th in September.
Yep.
And then October 9th and 10th, we round things out.
That's the playoffs. That's back at Bloomington. So a lot of Bloomington.
A lot of Bloomington, which is nice. I love Moorhead. Driving to Moorhead for 7 total games.
Oh, you went up there one year, didn't
I
you?
went up there, I think it was 2 years ago. And
there
was
we
a
had
lot
Moorhead, and then we did Fergus Falls for the championship.
Yeah, there was just a lot of waiting around.
Yeah.
Trying to get those games in, which wasn't really anybody's fault. It was just kind of a...
Right.
I drove around Fargo for a long time. I went and visited my grandparents' graves at Riverside Cemetery. Yeah, I killed some time. I've got 2 players that I'm excited to see. There will be a written version of this coming out tomorrow morning with 10 players. Not necessarily the biggest names, because it'd be really easy to say, well, Cam Coulter. Well, I mean,
he'll only be there one weekend, so it's not,
But tomorrow's article will feature 10 players that we are excited to watch. And that could be because they played Bantams last year. I'm not sure how they're going to do against this type of competition. Yep. The 2 players that I've got listed in front of me are players who played as freshmen last year who I think had promising starts, but we'll see. So my first guy, I've been a fan of this kid for a long time. Been a fan of this kid for a long time. I knew him before he was famous. Drew Yost from Proctor. I love this kid. 21 points last year as a freshman for the Rails. He's got good size, good skater, goes to the net, big personality.
It's crazy. Like, I build this North Stars team. Man, this has been the hardest year, but Drew is one of the first kids to commit to the team. He and Jackson Hardy. Jackson made the Elite League. We had 5 kids, including Medlin and Martinson, that were committed to our team that made the Elite League. We had 5 or 6. We just lost one of the Knott twins. Cameron. Just lost him 2 days ago. He made the high school Elite League, and that's part of our process, at least with the North Stars, is if you make the Elite League, you get a full refund. So we've been able to figure it out. Well, we've cobbled together a really nice team.
It's still a good team.
Yeah, very nice team. That's why we have Coulter. Like, hey, we got to get some talent in here, and we have a kid from White Bear Lake named Cooper King, who's a really good player.
That's good.
He's injured right now, so he's kind of replacing King for the weekend. So, Drew's going to be a fun kid to watch. He had that game-winning goal against Hermantown last year for Proctor. I'm excited to watch him.
His edge work.
Yes.
I hate to sound so technical, but for a kid who's over 6 feet tall and who's pushing 180, he's got some pretty good wheels.
I agree.
Another player I'm excited to watch from Pro Hybrid, Mason Fisher. He was a 13-point player as a freshman defenseman last year at Southwest Christian. He was all Wright County Conference. And when Mason was selected in the USHL draft, I didn't know a lot about him. So I texted Hunter Warner. I'm like, give me a rundown on this kid.
Right.
And Hunter adores this kid. Yeah. Shut down defender, plays physically, finishes his body checks. He described him as an old school defenseman who hits hard, makes the right read, doesn't try to do too much, and is willing to be the first guy in the crease when someone gets too close to his goalie.
I love Hunter Warner. He's full of so much joy for the game.
He would be.
He's the happiest guy at the rink.
He could go to the DMV and be in a good mood.
Yes.
I wonder if he still got that mustache.
I hope not.
I hope he does.
I hope not.
I hope he still has the mustache. If we got him a pair of Oakley shades, he could be a cop.
He could
honestly.
be. No doubt.
With that hair and the mustache.
No doubt.
So Drew Yost and Mason Fisher are two players that I'm really, really excited to get a look at. And I also want to give you a feather in your cap here. The Prep Elite League is huge. I think when the idea was first floated, it was kind of like, okay, this is already kind of an awkward time of year. How many kids are actually going to come out? But I've had WHL scouts, USHL scouts, Rod Braceful from the NTDP said, we love this. We're getting a look at these kids who aren't quite high school elite league because they still put a good amount of emphasis, as they should, on upperclassmen. So there's this odd middle ground where, like, Vicente Green is another player who played Bantams last year.
Yeah.
This league gets him in front of so many more people that can make the trip to Bloomington who can't make the trip to Bagley or Warroad to watch him play as a Bantam.
Yeah.
So this is going to be a great opportunity for these kids to get in front of some eyeballs.
Yeah, I mean, we have like this on our North team. We lose a kid in one day, and then we pick up other kid who's just as talented. You know, it's crazy how talented all these teams are going to be. I can't wait to see some of these teams. The competition level will be very, very good.
It's going to be really
good. And no shade meant to our Northern team, because it's just by proximity impossible to practice. But some of these teams actually run practices in August and September. So by the end of the season, you're going to see some nice results from some of these teams who have had a chance to work on a penalty kill or power play or work together in practice. And you'll see some really good results, come mid-October.
Yeah. Looking forward to it. Should be fun. Do you have any players you're excited to watch? Or you?
I haven't did a chance to really dig through it. I'm waiting for your preview to tell me who the players to watch.
I could give you.
I just
so many
know there's
kids
so many. Like you talked about, Jace Magner. He's in league. He's playing with the SDP.
Dude, this
group.
SDP roster is stupid.
Yeah, it's really good.
Alex Bolt.
Yeah, it's gonna be really good.
Alex Bolt centering Nolan.
Peter,
and Donovan Klin.
They're very young. Right?
Yeah.
That team's all 2011s, right?
There's 220.
Right? So when I was building my North Stars team, I was building all 2010s. I have a much older, more brazen bunch coming from northern Minnesota.
I don't care.
So we'll see. That was the argument last year when we had the American and the National. Remember how good that North Stars team was last year with all the guys we talk about, with Charlie and Owen and Cam and all those guys. It was a really good team. You could argue they were the best team in the league in both leagues if all
Probably.
16 teams. So
yeah, but I'll still take a team that's got Nolan Steele, Alex Bolt, and Donovan Klin on a line together.
It's gonna be good.
I'll take that team.
It'll be very good. It'll be very good. It's gonna be a fun league. A lot of good coaches. Get to see my boy Dustin Postel and Jake Cephas and Ben Blood, some good dudes, some really good dudes on all these benches that I'm looking forward to spending some time with them over the next 4 or 5 weekends.
If you put Dustin and Jake in a room together with 2 pots of coffee, how long do you think they could talk?
Oh, hours.
Hours and
days.
hours and
It'd be
hours.
days.
They've taken that UHF brand and they've really made it their own.
It's good.
Good on you.
Really good. Good kids in that team.
Good on you. I'm looking at another roster right now.
I mean, there's some good kids. That's the roster you always go look at, because they just pull up wild card kids and make the best of them. You know?
Do you want to throw in a transfer note here? We've got a transfer on the board after making a roster adjustment yesterday.
Oh, is this the Province Academy Southwest
No, this
Christian
is another
one?
one.
What was that one?
So there's a kid, Lance Dorr, who...
Yeah, that was the Province Academy, right?
Yeah, but there's another one, and this one I think is kind of a big deal. Braden Isle
Rogers
has transferred to Rogers.
Yes, I saw that.
Yeah, that's...
Not surprised for all the years that Braden has spent in the Lakers program. It's not a big
No, it's not. But I'm always curious when somebody of his talent level bumps over to another program, how it affects both. Because Maple Grove loses a super
Really
talented
good player.
forward, and Rogers gains a super talented forward.
Right.
But yeah, Lance Dorr, the roster is correct. He will be attending Providence Academy.
Yes. yes. Well, good stuff, Peter. Great research.
Oh, boy.
Fun to chat a little hockey. And
Just a little hockey, a little wedding.
You want to
a
go
lot
back
of-
to weddings?
We have. I got to send out an email today. We have our media day. So if you're not sick of the fog machine intros, well, there's going to be plenty of those coming down your pipeline here with all the teams.
Gosh.
I think we do a nice job of
We should talk about
supporting the league.
We should talk about the logistics of the fog machine.
It's going to be great. I love the fog machine.
No, I just mean like which rink at Big are we using for the fog machine?
Oh, rink 2.
Okay.
Rink 2.
Okay.
Which
It's all-
rink is the fog gonna hover in? Is that what you're asking?
It doesn't matter. We have the
No.
rink all day. We can do it. We can put as much
We can do
fog
what we
as we
want.
want.
No, I
Do
just
what
want
we
to make sure we're not telling a coach, hey, your game's going to be 25 minutes late. We
the
got to do the
fog.
fog machine.
We gotta run through it with our hands.
Oh, she spills her bubbler.
Yeah.
That was
Oh
just
my
my
gosh.
regular water.
I'm actually pumped for this weekend. This is going to be some really good hockey.
It's going to be very good.
Really good hockey.
Really good. Really good stuff. So good
right.
show. If you're listening to us now, you've made it through all of the wedding talk. We promise no more wedding chatter. Thanks to all the people who helped make this possible, including you, Kayla, and Peter, myself, and all the sports staff here at YHH for making our media as best we possibly can.
You need to stay up out the streets if you can't take the heat. You need to stay up out the streets if you can't take the heat. Cause it get cold like Minnesota. Cold like Minnesota.
I was like, God, that's so annoying because it was every time Tony talked.